Welcome back to the track, guys. I'm Foge, and today we're at Parker MX, I believe is the track. It's not one of the tracks that I love particularly. For some reason, I've always been kind of uncomfortable here. Oh, right there, we didn't stand up over the single jump and got a little squirrely. And we're going to do our standard bumper car start. And then we will continue the race here. Yeah, this track I've always kind of felt a little bit uneasy on. So going into this race, I was just trying not to make a ton of mistakes. That was my whole goal. I didn't think I'd be doing too great here, but at the end, it wound up going pretty good, I believe. Right now, we're just clearing through all the boys who are going down left and right. A lot of straightaway incidents. Get out of here. Go on. I come into this turn way too hot and just barely slip over the top. But it's alright, we seem to have gapped everybody else who's still playing bumper cars back there, so we're still able to maintain position and keep going, which is great. It sucks to have that sort of first lap crash and then a bunch of people you already weaved through go flying past you and you got to do it all again on the second lap. But yeah, here I wind up using a lot of alternate lines at this track just because I find that they're a little bit more consistent and still able to usually keep pace with people taking the premium line. I've been liking that outside. Here I drift over the top of it. OJ that a little bit. Flatland it. It was a little rough, but we're really just trying to keep her on two wheels and not have any more crashes and incidents and kind of just let the race come to us. This right-hand turn was crucial to get on this track, and a lot of people were fading off to the left and missing the triple. But if you can kind of cruise through there and keep your throttle, you know, steady at about half throttle and then come roaring out of there, you can usually clear that triple on the 250 pretty clean. At my level, anyways. Once again, alternate line to the outside, still going just about as fast as the guy on the KTM. Maybe I lost a quarter of a second. Whoop, he goes down. We just barely clear him. And yeah, now we can rail that outside, get up to fifth, going pretty fast. I always try to remember to check up just a little bit so that we can downside this and not flat land and bounce through that rut. And once again, just smooth, rolling on the throttle, coming out of this turn. And I fade just a little bit over here to the left and almost go off and have a catastrophe. Not really sure how I saved that. I thought for sure I was going down, but we made it. I can see on the right there, all the leaders are still right there. They haven't really pulled away, which I was kind of surprised with. I thought those guys were gone by now on lap 3, and me kind of coming through the pack. I thought fourth place was about what we were going to do unless somebody had a mental breakdown, you know. He goes down in the turn. We just barely save it. We had to shift all the way down to first, and I was standing up. I don't know why the hell I was still standing up, but should have sat down. That probably would have helped get through there. And now I can see, like, we've actually, on that lap, I've pulled them in. And I can see all three of them. And they're not that far, so I'm thinking, hey, I can get on the podium for the first time right here if I just keep cruising like I've been cruising. I think one of the things that I don't like about this track is I wind up flat landing quite a bit and everything, all the bumps and stuff feel awkwardly sharp. And it just makes me feel uneasy every time I take a lap around this track for whatever reason. It's not that complex of a track, but something about how the bumps are formed and how you hit them always makes me feel a bit sketchy. Oh, bounce right over there. Still save it through that turn every time. Here I back off because I can see he's still going for it, and I don't want to get taken out. And he takes himself out for me. And yeah, now we're in second, and first is right in front of us. And I'm still, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking to myself, hey, you just still need to keep it cool, keep doing your lines that you're comfortable with. Don't start trying to take all the fast lines. Don't break away from the strategy of the whole race here. This is a track you really don't like still. Just stay cool. Oop, overjumped that just a little bit. And then I make that mistake right there. Just getting a little bit carried away. But I'm still right here. All these guys have had their own crashes. So they just barely get by me. He goes down. This guy goes down too at the face of the triple. I case it super hard, but we still cleared it. We still got a nice little gap on them from their crash. And now we can kind of go back to focusing on just hit our lines. Just try to stay smooth. Don't overdo it. I think that's the first lap where I didn't like jump into that turn. And actually got out of it decently smooth, and now we're rolling. I'm thinking, you know what? Podium's pretty good here. We're coming down to the last lap, so I'm gonna cruise. I probably can't get all that time on this guy. He's still like 3-4 seconds ahead of me, and if I push, I'll probably wind up getting like a fifth or something when I go down. So we'll just try to hold her together. All we need is one more lap. And at this point too, I'm feeling like I'm not really paying attention to the time or anything. I'm laser focused on the race, so I'm feeling like I've got a bit of a gap on third and fourth place. Right until about here, and then I see his wheel sneaking in, and I'm like, oh man, I better wick it up if I want to hold on to second. And at this point, I've got plenty of a gap. I could probably back it down, but I'm still just I'm not looking at all the peripherals. I'm not looking at the map. I'm not looking at the timing and scoring. I'm just going for it because I still think he's like right there behind me. And then we make a huge mistake, and somehow I do a crazy 360 and just bust out of it like it wasn't a problem. I'm still thinking to myself, wow, I can't believe I survived it, and I go over the berm. And then the guy who is in third goes down too in that same corner, and at this point, I'm just pinning it as hard as I can, trying to get to the finish line right here. And there we go. We did it. We got our first podium. The last track I would have suspected I'd get a podium at. I wound up getting it just through being patient, letting everybody else make their mistakes. I made plenty of my own mistakes, but they all made more. And just kind of cruising and keeping it together, sticking with my game plan. It worked really well. I was super happy on this race. And the rub is the bummer. I don't have any footage of it or anything, but the next day I wound up winning my first race and getting second in another race, and that actually moved me up into gold. So I'll be in the next tier of ranked after this race. It's a bummer I didn't catch the first win. I just hopped on and I was like, well, I'll do a race or two before I record, and both of those races wound up being bangers with like full lobbies that I did really good in, and I got bumped up to gold. So that's a bummer that I didn't catch that. But now we're with the real fast boys. So the next video will be a race in the gold rank plus the gold crew, because I don't think there's a cap on that one. That one's like it's everybody who's gold 1 up to Obsidian 3, which is like tippy top pros. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next race. Later.